Hi, welcome back to Hawaii Turo. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you did. If this is your first time watching me, if you're watching me on the replay, if you're watching me live, the purpose of these live streams and the purpose of this channel is to help you grow your Turo business and maximize the amount of money that you can make. Right? Especially these live streams. I'm hoping when we start talking about some gyms, we get a whole community going. You can ask, basically we can you can ask questions. I can answer the best that I can. I do not know everything, but we can see how it goes. More than likely there'll be people from all over the world that's going to come on. There's going to be tons of questions to be asked, and hopefully I can answer them the best that I can. Right? That's what I want. So if you are watching this, if you want to join a community of Turo hosts, I have a Facebook group, which I'm actually live right now on Facebook as well. It's called Hawaii Turo YouTube. I have a link right there I just did. It's growing, has about 80 something members now. It's probably going to be hundreds and hundreds later. And we just talk about Turo all the time. So if you want to talk to people, join that community. But yeah, today is Friday. So I'm wondering, how is your Friday doing? Right? My Friday was insane. Completely insane. Completely. I had a lot of last minute bookings. I mean, I had between last minute bookings and I had to get this video up. I don't know if you watched my newest video, my video about, the Turo insurance versus commercial insurance. If you didn't watch it, you should watch it after the stream. It has a lot of content in there that'll help you understand insurance plans, and if you should go commercial, if you stay with Turo. I mean, it just has so many things in there that will help you grow your Turo business. It's as simple as that. And I have another video coming up later, just my day in the life. I don't know if you watch my day in the life, but I do that, every single day. And somebody, let's see who. Sorry, I didn't start looking at the. Give me one, because his Facebook user. Let me see what. Oh, hey Noah, now I see you. Okay, yeah. If you hit the permissions, so people can see you, but it only says Facebook user on stream. But let's see. You put, do I need my own insurance and use Turo's insurance at the same time? How does that work? That is a great question, right? Well, for one, for state law, you got to have your own personal insurance. That's just something you got to have, right? Whether it be liability or full coverage, you got to have that, because that insurance that Turo gives you is really just for, when the car is being rented. That's pretty much that. That's all, and that's how that works. I mean, I don't know I forget, how long did you say you've been doing Turo for? I don't remember. But yeah, because when you go and try to renew your registrations and all that stuff, or your safety, yeah, you can't give them a Turo's insurance stuff. That's not going to work. Yeah, it's just not going to work. And which plan do you have? Or whoever, yeah, which insurance plan did you pick? Because that's actually another big thing a lot of people don't understand, And I talked about that in my newest video that I just did as well. Did you take the 60/40? Are you trying to just be 100% covered, or at least, or think you're 100% covered and don't come out of pocket at all? Or are you on the 75/25 plan? I mean, what plan are you on? So, you haven't started yet. Looking to start my car rental business come November. Okay. Have you thought about which insurance plan you want to do? Because November is coming up real soon. Real soon. Let's Also, I heard you do Airbnb. I've been waiting since August. Okay. Any idea when they'll let you register for and insurance? I'm probably looking around maybe like Geico. So if that first part is permit for Airbnb, I do not know that because I don't do that anymore. But that's the reason why I haven't gotten back into it. Yeah, that's the reason I haven't got back into it because the way I don't know how many permits they're giving out. I bet it's not that many permits to begin with, right? But yeah, good luck with the Airbnb stuff. I did that for 5 years. Not really. Yeah, I don't want to get back into that. And if you're talking about insurance, what is your personal, like you say you're looking to get, how many cars do you have already? Like, are you just about to get cars? Because Geico is not really Turo friendly at all. It's really not. Okay, sorry, Mike. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Geico is not. Yeah, Geico is not friendly. Yeah. So what's a good insurance? So like 100% Liberty Mutual is okay with Turo. 100%. But yeah, if Geico finds out, like if someone like runs your insurance and if there's an accident or anything, yeah, more likely Geico is either not going to renew you or just drop you right there. Let's see. And you said something. I didn't see this. I got a 10-day trip booking the first week of November. When I come back, I'll go full throttle, looking around Facebook for cars to buy. Any recommendations of a car that would get me bookings? Well, right now, as you know, it is slow. So it all depends. What kind of rate are you putting your cars at? And what kind of, yeah. Because right now sedans are going for like $30 a day, 35, maybe 40. I mean, convertibles are going for like 50. I mean, electric vehicles like Teslas, that range is doing probably between 70 and 100. That's right now. I mean, of course, it'll pick up later, but that's right now in November. In vans, I haven't looked at vans. I don't really know too much about the vans, though. I'm pretty sure vans will probably be in between the sedans. I know I have a 7-seater Acura that I have for $35. I probably could put it higher, but I haven't looked what the other vans are. I thought sedans would do more since tourists come in hordes. Yeah, I mean, normally you're right. Sedans do great. These same sedans are giving me about going for about 90, 80, 90, $95 in the summer. But there's just so many cars. I mean, there's thousands of cars on Turo, in Hawaii, on Oahu alone, right? So I mean, once it picks back up, right, when people start coming back here, when there's like 30,000 people coming here a day, then yeah, it will be higher than $30, of course. Do I know how high it would be? No. Will it be as high as what it was before? Maybe not, but it could be. You never know. But yeah, $30 sedans, yeah. I don't really like $30 sedans either. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is right now. But what is your first car? The one you have a 10-day booking on. What's your biggest tip or two you would give to someone starting, just starting? Well, one, understand their insurance plan, which I think you're getting there, or you might even understand it because you asked me. And two, right, just understand right now, at least wherever it starts, just try to get well. I'll say like you're only gonna get experience by actually doing Turo, right? You can have all the information you want, but getting it firsthand, you got to get your cars booked. You got to go through all the check-in stuff. You got to do all that stuff, and unfortunately, you got to deal with claims, right? Claims are gonna happen. People are going to damage your cars. It's as simple as that, right? And you just got to have the best system in place to deal with the claims. Some people have no idea. An accident happens and they're looking at the renter, and the renter's looking at you, and you both don't know what's going on. But you're like, you should be paying, but that's kind of not how it works. Not really. Definitely not if you didn't like talk to them beforehand, right? And if you understand what plan they pick, understand what plan you picked as a host, right? That's kind of stuff that I see a lot. Definitely. Yeah, because understand the insurance plan. Because some people, they pick the 60/40 plan, or, rephrase it, not 60/40. They pick like the, what is it? Like the 80/20 plan. I think the 80/20 is, what is that, $700 deductible? And people think that the renter automatically should pay that deductible and they get to collect 80% of all fares. And that's not how it works, right? That's not. But yeah, if you're new, let me know how many cars you are and where you located. Let's see what we got. Godfather Clout. How many cars did you start with? I started off just with one car, a 2014 Kia Optima Hybrid. And that was my Uber car. That's what I started off with. How long have you been doing Turo, Godfather Clout? Okay. The Facebook user, which is Noah. Also, earlier you were talking about Airbnb, but you streamed pause. Oh, how come you quit Airbnb and don't need a permit to do Airbnb? I plan on renting places and listing them for Airbnb. Well, I mean, technically you needed a permit for years and years and years, but people still did it. If you're trying to do it 100% legal and, have no issues with the state, then yeah, go right ahead and, get the permit. But, I stopped because I was subleasing for one. I didn't own any of, I had 7 condos. I didn't own any of them. I just subleased back in 2015 to like the beginning, 2020 for everything went crazy. Then I stopped, and then I just don't feel like going back into it. I don't want to deal with getting condos and dealing with that and talking to realtors, trying to find a place, trying to find this. It's just not worth it to me. I'd rather just push the cars, push the cars, push the cars, push the cars, get 25 cars and make money. Because I know what Airbnb is. I mean, some people think it's way better than Turo. The company is way better than Turo. But doing every single thing, which is what I did, there's issues. There's lots of issues. It's not all easy money, I can tell you that much. Oh, Godfather Cloud. Okay. How close are you to starting? Are you about to pull the trigger on a car? Or are you just watching my videos? I don't know how long you've been watching, but are you watching my videos to get more insight on Turo? Or do you watch other people too? Okay. And guys, if you can hit that like button, that will be great for the YouTube algorithm. They love that. It'll be great to get more people in here. Let's see, Godfather Cloud. Do you have any supercars in your fleet? Just watching. No, I don't. I don't think I'll put a supercar. I don't think I'll put a supercar onto. Yeah, I don't think I would, to be honest. I'm getting a Tesla, but I don't count that as a supercar. But no, I don't think I will. That's beyond what I want to do. Wait, did you say people have been doing it for years? Oh, yes, definitely. 100%. I didn't have a permit. Yeah, a lot of people. Airbnb has been a great area for Honolulu for like a decade plus. Godfather Cloud, do you have an Instagram page? I do not have Instagram, but I have a Facebook group. So if you look in I don't think I got a chance to pin the comment, but the very first comment, or you can go down to the description. I have a Facebook group, and we just talk about Turo all the time. And we have people from all over the world in that group. So it's growing and growing. And I'm live on Facebook now. So if you're in that group, you'll get my live streams automatically if YouTube's not sending it to you. Because the way YouTube, their notification stuff, I don't like it. So if you're on my Facebook group, you're going to get it. Okay, I just been reading that there are heavy fines on their policy. I don't know if it's a new update or there's always fines for listing. Oh yeah, there are always fines. Definitely. Did they enforce it before? Sometimes. I mean, they didn't have enough people. I mean, you can still list it on Airbnb, but that's what I said. That's always a risk. I think it was $1,000 a day. Is it $10,000 a day now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just don't even think about Airbnb anymore. I mean, I just maybe later. I really don't know. It's not something I want to do because I was on Airbnb and Booking.com, so I had both of those, and then it was just Booking.com. I do have a video if you really want to, watch how I did it. I do have a video. It's one video. It's like a year ago that I did it, or almost a year, like 8-9 months ago. Let's see. Godfather Clock. What's the biggest loss on cards you've taken from starting Turo? Biggest loss. Are you talking about damages or like my worst issue? Is that which one are you? Because if you're talking about damages, my worst damage was about what was like my biggest claim was, I want to say, for the car alone it was like $5,000. But for my issue, like my biggest loss, I want to say it's a loss too. When I first started doing Turo, I was thinking about what damages. Okay. So for me, when I first started, this is how I thought. I was going to use my personal insurance for anything. Do not do this, by the way. That's how I thought. And for the first year, I had no issue. I had no accidents. I had nothing. I had no accidents for about pretty much a year, almost a year. I had hundreds and hundreds of trips of nothing. And then I had my first accident in March 2018. And that kind of changed my whole situation because, I used my insurance and I had issues with that. If you can watch that video on things not to do, I go really in detail with that, but don't ever do that. It's really bad and it's insurance fraud, basically. I didn't even know what that even was, at least not this low. Obviously the big stuff, insurance fraud, people do fraud, you know what I mean. But I didn't know something like that. But yeah, that was pretty much my biggest thing. And I never used actually Turo for damages. Because I've always been on the 85% plan, the 90% plan. So I've never been on like the 70-30. Back then they didn't even have deductibles. So you just had 70-30, or what is it? What was another one? Well, the 60-40, it was 60-40, 70-30, and that's what it was. Maybe it's another one, I can't remember. But the point is, yeah, I've never actually used Turo for strictly damages. I've always either come out of pocket or use my own insurance when I first started, which I'll never do again, but that's what I did. Okay. Godfather Cloud. How do you feel about Turo removing the cleaning fee? Yeah, a lot of people are like really up about that. Yeah. I mean, if you were making a lot of money off cleaning fee, which is what I am, you'd be really mad. But for me, it is what it is. I'm going to find other ways. Like I've talked about in other videos and other live streams as well, that I'm going to have this thing under unlimited miles. It's going to be called the Aloha package. I know. I'm not going to say it's a cleaning fee. I'm going to say like as a bonus, you could just bring the car back without cleaning it or something like that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, but something like that. And I'm going to have like my unlimited miles. Right now it's $25. Maybe I go 30, maybe. Or maybe I'll keep it at 25. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it at 25. I don't really care about unlimited miles in Hawaii. It's irrelevant. But yeah. So for me, it's not a big of a deal. It is annoying though. I see why Turo wants to get rid of it, because any way Turo can stop paying, out to us, they want to do it. So, oh, Someone, sorry, I missed a question here. I don't know if this is a personal question. Feel free to not answer, but how much has your earnings increased from renting your first car to the amount of cars you own now? Well, it has definitely increased, obviously. Back then, pre-COVID, since I told you I already had the condos, I was not 100% focused on the cars to begin with. So the money did increase, but it should have been so much higher. When I go back, I do have my 18 and 19 and 20, or 20 is nothing, but 18 and 19 earnings, the yearly earnings. I kind of did all that. And yeah, I mean, I think I did 130,000 in 2019. Yeah, it's something, but it should have been more. But I had Airbnb as well for another 100 and something thousand, or 200 something. I think it was 200,000 gross off the Airbnb units. But I just wasn't 100% focused on the cars. Now I am. You'll see in 2022 and beyond, yeah, it's going to be way more. Yes, I have way more cars, but per day, it's going to be a lot higher. To answer your question. See what we got. Would you think it's a good idea to put a prepaid 100? You can't do that. That's not even a. Yeah, you can't even. Yeah, you can't even do that. There's no option for that, and I wouldn't recommend doing that anyway, because tour cars are not smoking anyway. You get people who smoke and who don't smoke. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Let's see. Godfather Clout. Have you ever had a car stolen? No, I have not. Not even close. Nope. I mostly rent the tourists. I don't rent the locals, and tourists that fly here are not thinking about stealing cars. So, but I know people here have definitely had issues with that, and they're probably renting to a lot of locals, and that's just not. 90% of people rent my cars. They're tourists. Most of those issues that you see on YouTube and all that craziness, it's mostly locals that are doing that stuff. Mostly. Let's see. Facebook user. I see the requirements to list a vehicle states that needs to be 12 years and less than 130,000 miles. That is true. How come I see cars that are 2008 and have 150,000 miles? Well, all of those cars are grandfathered in. Okay. All of those cars are either grandfathered in, or they have that what is it, that status, that what is that, the status for old cars. I can't even say it right now, but that yeah, they get a car on there, but sometimes they're not even that, but more than likely they're grandfathered in, because you could keep a car on there for like as many miles as long as it takes if it doesn't break down. I think after a while Turo might send you something to make you get some kind of check or something. I think someone said that to me, but I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna find out. My 2016 Mustang has 115,000 miles on it, and it's gonna be what, by the end of next year, it's probably gonna be 130 something. So we're gonna see. Godfather Cloud, do you fear that the Turo market may become oversaturated? Well, you know what? It depends on where you are, right? Obviously, some places are going to be oversaturated, or they've been oversaturated for a long time. And it just depends on what you do in that situation. What do you do to stand out, right? You know, it's just what you do. Simple as that. Do you do 1 day bookings? Do you do 2 day bookings? Do you do deliveries? Sometimes you do free deliveries. Not something I recommend, but things like that. But yeah, some places like right now in Hawaii, I mean, this is a temporary thing anyway, but it is oversaturated. But you can rent your car for $30. Get extras, deliveries. You probably do between, I don't know, $700 and $1,000 on just just on a sedan. Not cheap, just on a sedan. Period, new or old. With some people, that's not bad. It covers your car note. That covers your taxes and gives you a little money extra, and you get to drive the car for whatever, right? Or some people want to make a lot more than that. But yeah, it can happen. Let me see. Once the car hits 130,000 miles, does Turo? Oh, does Turo? Hold on. Does Turo lost? Oh, I see. Does Turo unlist the vehicle, or does it just need to have less than 130? They keep it. They don't do anything to it. It just keeps on going as it's supposed to be going. Yeah, nothing happens. I know that's always the issue, but once you hit 130, it just keeps on going. There's no issues with that. Okay, cool. So everybody, if you haven't hit that like button because YouTube loves that engagement, and we can get more people in here. This question, Godfather Cloud. Do you have an exit strategy or will you continue for years? Well, I've been doing this since 2017, like maybe in the summer or something. I have no intention in stopping anytime soon. I think these are going to be great years to come. So I see no reason. I'm going to keep on adding cars. I'm going to make videos on here of every car that I get. My next car is going to be a Tesla. First time with a Tesla. I'm looking at, like, I want it when it picks back up, maybe get another Camaro or another Mustang, some stuff like that, or get like, I want to get a Kia Sportage or a Kia Stello. I'm even thinking about getting like a Buick, like what is it? The Buick sedan, not sedan, the Buick little crossover thing. I mean, I'm looking at cars. I'm just waiting for it to pick back up. So no, I'm not getting out anytime soon. I have no intention. I want to make as much money I can off of this. It's going to be really busy next year. I guarantee. Okay. I live in Waianae. Yeah, far on the west side. Where should I list? Where should the okay, rephrase that. Where should the vehicles be listed? Well, living out there, airport's going to be your friend 100%. I don't know how busy it is over there in Kapolei. That Disney Resort, the Marriott, all that over there. I have no idea, but I think more than likely when tourists stay out there to get cars at the airport, I don't know how busy it is. Maybe somebody else would know. But the only way you're going to know, right, is if you get some, get some history, get some data with that. I don't know because I don't know, right? But other than that right there, your best friend's going to be the airport. So you're going to have to find a way, more than likely leave your car at the airport or something, not literally at the airport, mind you, over there by like Dunkin' Donuts on the side road. You know what I'm talking about. There's spots over there, have like the remote lock and unlock there. This is what I would do if I was that far and I was trying to do this. That's exactly where I put my cars at, somewhere over there, right? There's parking there. I've parked cars over there overnight before. Stuff like that's exactly what I would do. And it's not hard for them to take a shuttle to, like, I mean, you can take a shuttle to Enterprise and walk, or take a shuttle to, or they can take an Uber to McDonald's or something. And, that's the setup that I would do for that situation. But get people to come to your home location, I don't think too many people are coming to your home location. If they are, it's probably locals. And locals, when I mean people who live in the area where you are, they tend to rent Turo cars just to do kind of crazy stuff. Not everybody, mind you, not everybody, but a lot of people do. They smoke in your car. They keep your car longer. Maybe some people steal your car. I mean, all these things, I just don't want to deal with that. So we go. Godfather Cloud. Does Turo slow down in the winter? It depends on where you're at. I don't think you told me where you are at, or I am forgetting. Did you say you're in Hawaii? If you're talking about Hawaii, no. Winter is like almost as busy as summer, if not busier. Everybody wants to come to Hawaii when it's cold everywhere else, all over the world. So, no. You're in Atlanta. Okay. Yeah. It's cold there in the winter. So it depends on, yeah, I don't know for your market. I can't even, maybe someone else, maybe later someone else will be on and they'll be from Atlanta and be able to answer that question. But yeah, I don't know. In Hawaii, definitely not. That's one of the busiest times for us. Real estate student, how's it going? You made it to the stream. It's Friday. Are gas prices hurting the market? I know it's going up. I paid $4.20 a gallon here. I don't know. Do you think it is? Does anybody think it is? Does anybody? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope they pay for my prepaid fuel. That would be great. Pay my $45 prepaid fuel for the day. I'll gladly fill it up. Okay, let's see. This is a question. Yeah, this is the one thing that stops people from growing. There's some places, on the mainland where it's easy to find a place to park, but in Hawaii, it is definitely hard. Where do you keep your mini cars? Do you have a warehouse? Well, I wish I did. I know somebody has a warehouse. I think someone does, but not. I don't. I park my cars wherever I can, right? If I have to park it, usually they're all out, right? Usually they're all of them are out. I don't have to worry about that. But right now it's kind of slow. So either I park it at parks, I park in public parking. There was a garage, worst case scenario, I could park where I used to park, where I used to pay every single day. But paying every single day adds up, right? I was paying like over $1,000 a month for parking at one point, which might be kind of low with having like 16 cars. But right now I pay like pretty much zero. I pay for airport to get my cars out, but the people renting it would have paid for that in the delivery fee. But I pay very little in parking right now. Let's see. Golfer or Cloud. Were you born and raised in Hawaii or did you move there? I was born in Florida, but my dad was in the military. So I was a military brat. So I got here in 8th grade. So I went to Mililani High School. If anybody, well, people are in Hawaii watching this. So yeah, I've been here for like 19 years. Your gas is 380. Okay. Oh, at Costco. I was like 380. Okay. Yeah, I don't go to Costco. I don't. Yeah, Costco. That's true. Costco is always the cheapest. Let's see what we got. Taylor Smith, how's it going? I don't know if I've seen you before. Where are you located? How many cars do you have? How did you get financing for all your cars? I've been asked that question multiple times. Multiple times. Well, I can say while I was doing Turo, I had an Airbnb business. I had about 7 condos, and I was bringing in about $100,000 to $200,000 gross from that business as well. So when I initially got a car, once they saw that, they never really asked me again. I went to the same place for like 4 or 5 times, 4 times in a row. Really 5, but I went somewhere in between. And then I went somewhere else and I traded another car. It just added up over years. I didn't do all this. I know there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. People say, just plan to get like 30 cars in like 30 days, right? Some crazy stuff, which I would never do. I do not recommend doing that stuff, but people do that. And yeah, that's not what I did. I got these cars over like a 2-year span, 2+ year span, right? Probably 3-year span. But it just happened. I mean, I just applied. Sometimes I got denied. A lot of times I got approved, and yeah, and it got up to 12. It was pretty crazy. That last one was like, whoa. Let's see what we got. Austin, Texas. Okay. I think I had someone on here on the day before from Austin. It wasn't you though. It was somebody else. Okay. How long have you been doing it? You got 5 cars. So we got. So to start off, would it be smart to just buy a used cheap car or lease a nice newer car? To start off, I definitely would not do a lease starting off unless you understand the miles. I mean, you're here in Hawaii, so I can just tell you right now, people are going to be putting on about 20,000 miles a year on your car. Simple as that. So whatever lease you get, you're going to have to set up something on the back end so that you're not eaten alive by the over miles. Definitely. So I would say, right there, either buy a used cheap car. I would say do that and get the experience, get the trips, and just, really get the experience of Turo, what it takes to become a Turo host. If you're trying to become like a full-time Turo host, then definitely do that. Use the profits from that and get another car, and then get another car. And if you say you're in Waianae and you do the airport, because airport's going to be your best friend, and you get plenty of those, and you get your airport situation down pat, and boom, and you maximize that right there, you can make some money. Just a year. Okay. So a year, that was last. Okay, so you started doing, okay. So Dallas must have opened up. Okay. How was the summer for you? Because I bet the summer was great for you. You was like, wow, I'm never going to stop. I'm going to get more cars. And then it took a nosedive. Like, damn. So we go. Where did you buy your used cars at? I'm looking at Facebook and thinking auctions, but auctions kind of sketchy. Yeah, I don't have a dealer license, so I don't have access to that. I mostly bought my used cars, really my used Ford Mustangs from Hertz Car Sales. But I don't think Hertz Car Sales is really in business here right now, because over there at Lagoon Drive, I don't think they're even there. At least they're not using that lot for that anymore. So other than that, I mean, I've only bought one car off Facebook Marketplace, and I think that is kind of sketch, really. Trying to find the right person and dealing with cash. I'm not really a fan of that. I tend to just try and find something at dealerships. But I know the used car market is insane. You're better off just buying a new car. Buying a new car with a warranty. I mean, warranty, I mean like the powertrain warranty, like well, the best warranty is Kia. We know Kia is, probably not the best car, but their new cars look pretty nice. I don't know if you've seen them, but their new lineup looks pretty nice. But I know they get recalls. Well, recalls all over the place. Recalls suck, by the way. That's one thing. Before you buy a car, check for recalls. Recalls, because that can definitely stop you right there. Stop you from even beginning to do Turo, right? So we got Godfather Cloud. Do you invest in the stock market? No. Do you invest? Yeah. I tried to mess with that a while ago, but nah, I'm not good at that. I just lose money. Yeah, it's not something I do. Oh, Taylor Smith. Haha, yeah, I had 2 wrecks and it slowed down. Yeah, damn. Okay, 2 questions about the wrecks. Were they tourists or were they locals? And was your cars down for an extended period of time? Or 3? Was it total? That anyone can buy from. Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Anyone can buy from the auction here in Campbell, Kapolei. You don't need a license. I did not know that in the least bit. That's something new. How does it, like, do you just show up, or is it right now? Is it like online or what? Huh. Interesting. Something to know. Speaking of stock market, crypto is the future. Don't get left behind. Yeah, I know nothing about crypto. That's beyond me. That's over my head. Yeah, that's not something that, yeah, I don't know anything about it besides what I hear in the news and stuff on YouTube. But I'm not ready for that. Let's see, God for a cloud. Have you ever executed a depreciation of value claim? With, I see what because you haven't started. You're not talking about with Turo because Turo doesn't do that. So where would you do that at? Where do you mean? Because Turo doesn't do that. Not that I know of. Yeah, I don't. The auction is called Copart. I have heard of Copart, but I never, I have been to the website, but I thought you need a dealer's license for that. And just sign up and you can walk over there and check out the car in person. Well, what's so bad about it? You said it's sketch. Well, what's so bad about it? I don't. Yeah, I don't know what's. Let me know how bad it is. But guys, if you get some good information from this, hit that like button because YouTube loves that engagement, and we'll get more people in here. I want to see if we can get to 20 people today. We got the 16 last time. We got 6. Could be higher. Sometimes this stuff is a little behind, but yeah, if you're new and you just started watching me, just let me know how many cars you have and where you're located. Because we all would like to know. For a clout. With your insurance company, for example, if your car is wrecked but not total and can't. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Well, for one thing, if your car is wrecked on Turo, you can't use your insurance anyway, right? Can't do that. And that's one of the things with insurance company and Turo. 2 different things. Turo's not paying for that. So if you're thinking about getting into Turo and your car gets wrecked and you think you can do that, you can't do that with Turo. Turo's not paying for that. That's just the way it is. Yeah. And if that's something you don't, I wouldn't even start. If you think you're going to get that, you're not getting out with Turo ever. That's never going to happen. Because you need a clean title to list the vehicles in most are found. Okay, then yeah. Okay, then I wouldn't even mess with it then. Yeah, because you cannot, Don't even waste your time buying salvage vehicles. All of it, yes. Make sure the title is clean or don't even deal with it. That's the first thing I check. Like I make sure I see the VIN, especially on used cars. Well, really used cars. New cars is different. But I make sure I look at that VIN and make sure I got the clean title. That and recalls. That's the two things you need to do before you buy a car. Oh, we got some new people. Oh, Danny, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Are you planning on hiring someone to help you out as you keep growing? I can ask this question so many times. You know what? If I get to the point where I can't handle the amount of cars that I have, I would look towards some friends. I do know a friend that is thinking about leaving his job and trying to get into Turo, and maybe I'll do that. But other than that, nah. I'm a beast, man. I can do this all day, so I'm kind of crazy with it. I'm not the average person, so Dominique, yeah, Dominique Vlogs, how's it going? I have talked. Oh, wasn't I have talked to you before. I think I did. Yes, I did. Or I've seen you in the comments before. But how's it going? How does Turo insurance work? Do they bill you monthly like your regular insurance does, or do they just take out a small fee per booking? Well, it's a great question. Turo insurance works by whichever plan that you have. So you can be on the 60/40, you can be on like the 90/10, and there's like 3 or 4 in between. Whichever one you pick, except for 60/40, they have like a deductible. And that deductible is minus on every single claim that you do. So the smallest deductible is $250, and the biggest deductible is $2,500, right? So every claim that you do, like if your car is total, they're going to minus either $250 or they're going to minus $2,500 for the max. There's some other ones in between. There's like $750. There's like $1,000 one, but that's how the deductible works. There is no monthly thing. Okay, let's see. But I do love that question, Danny. I literally get asked that question so many times. How many cars do you have? Again, I think you probably told me, but I don't remember. How many cars do you have? And do you have help? Or does anybody in here, like, how many cars do you have, and or do you have help? And like, if you don't have help, when do you think you're going to need help? Like, I'm thinking like what, 25, maybe a little less. Because you get somebody else to come in. You got to pay them, and what are you going to pay them? What do you like? Are you going to pay them hourly, or are you going to pay them per car? I mean, all these things come up, right? Do I have the answer to that? No, not. I don't have the answer to that. But I know people. A lot of people do it. Or you have a partner, right? You split it 50/50 or 60/40. That's not something I've done either. Knowing there's 1,000 listings on a wild hook, is it too late for me to jump in, or is it the perfect time to start Turo? Well, it depends on what your goals are with Turo, right? Because right now, as you know, as you saw, it's slow right now. There's so much competition. So if you're putting up a car to wait until it starts picking up to normal levels, because right now this is not normal levels. This is, once we get out of this, the only way it goes back down like this is if the governor does something, right? So if it goes back to normal levels, as you can see, there is a website. If you Google, the Hawaii passenger count, you're going to see that what the normal levels are. And once that comes back to normal, and once the international people start traveling here again, then you're going to see what the average is going to be. And then that's when you know how much money you're going to make. Because right now, yeah, you're not going to make as much money as you would make, 3 months from now. Yeah, Danny, you have 5 cars. My wife helps mostly with deliveries. Most of the bookings are deliveries to San Francisco Airport. Okay. How much are you charging for delivery? Are you charging the max 120? Must be nice if you're getting all deliveries and you got the max 120, and you got your wife, so she's right behind you. Yeah, you don't have to pay that much for deliveries. That's a lot of money to pocket. It's kind of the best way. If I was married, if I had someone else helping me, which I don't, for stuff like that, yeah, I would actually have my, maybe I would have my airport a little bit lower to be more competitive, but it's just me. $120, yeah, the San Francisco airport, and $90 to Oakland. Okay. And basically, almost all your trips are from the airport. Because if that's great, yeah, if that's true, that's great. So I bet you, I don't know if you track like how much money total from the, from your daily rate and how much money you're making off deliveries. I bet if that's almost all of them, I don't know what kind of cars you have. Unless you have like really, really nice cars, you're probably getting like almost as much, if not more, from your deliveries compared to your daily rate. If not much higher. I don't know what you're renting. If you're renting like Teslas and stuff, then yeah, the daily rate's gonna be higher. But that's just more ways, to maximize your money, the deliveries. That you gotta have it. You can't be doing that for free. I mean, you gotta make money off of that. So we got during peak season, how does your days look? Are you running around most of the days, or do you have free time in between bookings? What's your days like in peak season? Yeah, I really wish that I did my daily stuff in the summer. The summer, man, I was running around. Like when I was doing like $40,000 a month for 4 months in a row, I was running around, but I had a lot of my cars out for multiple days. It wasn't like I was doing 10 cars a day. Yes, there were some times I had to get out 12 cars. It happened. It was crazy. It was insane. Like 3 or 4 cars all at the same time at the same location. That was pretty crazy. But usually I'm probably getting out like 5 or 6 cars a day. And that's not too bad. And do I have time? Yeah, I have time. It's not like I'm going like, from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's not like that. Usually it's like I get most of my deliveries from like 7 o'clock in the morning until about 10. That right there is where I get most of my stuff. Then I have time, or I have time maybe in between that. Then afternoon, like I'll say from like what 12 to like 4, you have time. At least while we're out in Hawaii, I have time right there. And then it picks back up in the evening time to pick up some cars. So that's how it goes. Let's see. Godfather Cloud. I heard that Lamborghini. I cannot. Hurricanes. I think it's called Hurricanes. Hurricanes can make about 20 to 40,000 a month. Well, okay. If you're getting 20 to 40,000, well, I obviously know nothing about that. So I'm assuming those cars are like over $1,000 a day. More than that. I mean, well, okay. Let's calculate. 20 days, 20,000, 20 something thousand. But that's before Turo's cut. I don't know what plan you're on in that situation. What at minimum, what is 10%? Yeah, I mean maybe. Yeah. I mean, can you afford? I can't afford a Lambo, so that's not. And I would never put something like that on Turo anyway. I mean, the wear and tear and gets to an accident, how much that stuff costs? No, that's not something that I would want to do. That's too much risk for me. Yeah, if I think it's too much risk, yeah, and too much money. See, how do you manage so many bookings? Is Turo user friendly that they'll make it easy, super easy for you? Organize reminders. I mean, they do give you, well, they used to give you reminders like 1 hour before booking. They stopped that, so I think now it's like 2 hours. I mean, yeah, I've missed one. If you watch a vlog about, I don't know, 5 days ago or 6 days ago, I don't remember. I missed one. And it cost me a rating. It gave me 4 stars because of that. But I missed it. And, it happens. I mean, I'm human. I can't. Yeah, sometimes I mess up, but it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, I got it down to a science of what looking at the stuff. And yeah, like I said, it's not like I'm doing like 10 plus bookings every single day. It's not like that. A lot of people are like 3 plus, 4 plus, unless it's like, if it's like this, then a lot of my bookings are 1 or 2 days. But I know if you look at my stuff, it was saying like 80%, but even at 80%, that's still a lot of 2-day bookings. How many of them are like 1-day bookings, right? What's the best plan with Turo and you recommend to us? Well, I just made a video on that. So I would say watch that video. But the short version, if you're new, I would say start off with 75% plan, not the 60. And if you are trying to make more money, I know some people will say that, going on 90-10, it's very risky and you're not going to make as much money. But I believe that if you do it the right way, you can. And right way, I mean, you know, the insurance part of it, going after the people. I would say watch my newest video. I like deep dive into, how you should go after people, before, as soon as they book, get them to understand about the insurance so they understand what happens when an accident happens, not if, because accidents are going to happen, big or small, in this business. Simple as that. Watch that video. Okay. Dominique Vlogs. Danny. Oh, I'm new to Turo. And it's okay. Oh, I thought that was for me. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's why I do this. I get people, get people from all over the place. And sometimes there are two people or three people all in the same area. Right. It's pretty cool. But guys, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. So YouTube loves that engagement, and we'll get more people in here. We'll get to like 20. That would be great. Get a whole, yeah, because a couple streams ago we got to like 16. That was pretty good. Let's see if I miss any questions. And then, I do have a question for you guys. The people who have started Turo already, what plan are you on? And why did you pick that plan? Okay. Is it easy to just get yourself a car and list it? Oh, yeah, I messed up. Is it easy to just get yourself a car and list it all in the same day? Yes, definitely. You can list a car quickly. You can list a car probably in less than 5 minutes. If there's like no recalls, clean title, I'll be up quickly. Very quick. 100%. You'll be surprised. But when you do finally get your first car up, make sure you like unlist it or snooze it instantly. Because if you don't do that and you leave all of the default settings are discounts, automatic pricing, your stuff will be so cheap and people will start booking like crazy. You'd be like, yes, I'm getting bookings, but you look at the price, like this is so cheap. I don't want it. I don't want cancel. And Turo doesn't like when you cancel a lot, right? So as soon as you get your first car, just like snooze it or change all that stuff before you hit, your listing to go, submit and stuff. That will help you out. A lot of people have that issue for the first time, and they're like, yeah. 75. Okay. Are you liking the 75, Danny? And I think you said you had a. Nope, that was the other guy. Never mind. Sorry, he wasn't. Have you had any claims yet? Yeah, Danny, have you had any claims yet on the 75? Okay. You said you kept your cars all over. How did you handle with break-ins, hit and runs, parking, etc.? Well, I did have a break-in when my cars were sitting for a lot of months. I had to replace that on my own, right? The window. It is what it is. Hit and runs. I haven't really. If I had a hit and run, I would have to fix that on my own money. That's just how that works. Just part of the business. Parking tickets. Well, parking tickets. There's a website to check if people got parking tickets. But if you're talking about with my cars being parked for a while, or well, I think you're talking about it being out. So when people get tickets, there's a website to check for parking tickets, and I check for that weekly. And you just bill them. It's pretty easy. You just click, charge incidental, and you'll see a lot of stuff there. And you'll see parking tickets. Boom, put that there. Upload the picture of the ticket and the receipt, and you get paid. It's pretty simple. Danny, I have about 100 trips, no claims, mostly good renters. That is great. Unfortunately, I know I don't want to knock on wood, but claims going to happen. But yeah, that's great. That is great. But you're not a tour host until you have to deal with a claim. Something happened, something minor or something big. I mean, that's once you get that experience, yeah. But that's great. You haven't had any. But smokers, yeah. I don't really deal with smokers here, but yeah. Yeah, smokers. Yeah, that's smoking stuff. I don't know if you know, but November 2nd, yeah, they're changing the smoking too. You can only get the $250 one. And with evidence. You're gonna need evidence to get that. So the $50 is going away. If you didn't know that. Yeah. November 2nd, I believe. So you meant if your cars had parking tickets. Yeah. I mean, that's how you would check it. I mean, if it was my fault, because my cars are parked there, because in Hawaii, you're technically supposed to move your car every 24 hours, but who really does that, right? Yeah, I had to deal with that. Yeah, I had to actually take some of my tickets to court because I had abandoned vehicles and some of my stuff. That's the Turo life in Hawaii. 7 months of no business, cars just sitting. I had like 3 abandoned. Let's see. Godfather Cloud. If a Turo runner gets a flat tire, who pays for the tow truck? Yes, that is a great question. This is something that's going to happen. I don't know if you dealt with that before, Danny, but this is something that happens. So what I do, well, short answer is this. If you want to use Turo, Turo is either charging you $200 or Turo is charging the renter $200 for the tow. If you use Turo roadside. I don't really use Turo roadside. Where I get my oil changes from at this place called Cutter Dodge, which is a dealership. They have an express lane where you get the oil change, and they have, I'm trying to just went blank for a second. They have roadside for free. It's included. So that's what I use. I actually used it yesterday. One of my cars didn't really turn on, and I actually called them. This is free, mind you. I called them at like 9 o'clock last night, and bam, they showed up. Even though it started turning on after an hour of sitting there. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's what I use. But a lot of people, maybe they don't have that in their area, and they just use Turo roadside. And I don't like Turo roadside because Turo's trying to make money off that. They're going to charge somebody. They're not just going to. Turo roadside is not included in their fees, which should be. Turo makes so much money, but it's not included in their fees, right? They're looking out to get money off that as well. So if they find out that it was like your fault, means like something is wrong with the car. Maybe like you didn't do it, but you have the responsibility of the car because you're the owner, right? That's yeah. I appreciate all the advice you share. You're a great man. I wish you have an amazing peak season and see you on the next live. Yes, I'll see you, man. You're welcome. Hopefully I think hopefully you start soon. I think yes, you were getting there. No, you already had a car. You're getting another car. Well, good luck. So we got. Yeah, when cars break down, I mean, I think it's even worse, when you're on the mainland and car breaks down in another state. That is something, right? In that case, if it's pretty far and you have no choice but to use Turo's insurance, Turo's charging somebody. And, it all depends, why did it break down, right? Yeah, that's one of the things I would have to deal with if I was doing this on the mainland. I would have to find a way or something. Because cars break down. That's just the way it is, Cars being driven every single day, and the way people drive is kind of insane. And they do crazy stuff, they kill your battery, leaving lights on. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, I know I say it all the time. You haven't hit the like button, hit that like because YouTube loves that engagement, and we can get more people in here. Godfather Cloud. Do you ever visit the mainland? Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. Not lately. Well, last year I went to Kansas, but yeah, I do. But the next time, I don't know. I'm here to work, and it's Hawaii. Hawaii. Everyone comes to Hawaii. That's what I want. Yeah. Have you been to Hawaii, Godfather, or anybody that's not in Hawaii watching from here? Have y'all been to Hawaii? Because if you haven't, I would say come. not come after all this stuff where a lot of people are here. But if you come now, there's no one really here. Not well, there's people here, but it's not as much as what it should be. You've been to the Bahamas. Oh wow, Bahamas. Well, I'm jealous. Never been there. Maybe one day. Oh, Danny, I just went to Oahu for my honeymoon. Oh, congrats. Congrats. Both on getting married and coming to Hawaii. Did you see me on a scooter? Or did you stay in Oahu? Or did you stay in Waikiki? I just went to Oahu for my honeymoon 4 months ago. Oh, you said it. Oh, you it just changed. I swear I didn't see that. Okay. Where did you stay in Waikiki, Danny? 'Cause I was definitely doing Turo 4 months ago. That's when it was hectic. It was very busy here 4 months ago. Very busy. Okay. Yes, Waikiki. That's how I learned about Turo. I needed a car and someone. Oh, okay. But you didn't rent my car, or did you? Well, you probably would have said something if you did. But yeah, well, 4 months ago, that was in June. Yeah, there were a lot of cars getting popping up on there like crazy. So probably wouldn't have even seen my cars because my cars are all booked anyway. But yeah, the car rental companies here, yeah, there weren't that. I mean, they're all sold out. I mean, they shipped all their cars away. So yeah. Here we go. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay. I'm going next summer again for a first year. Definitely renting one of your Camaros or Mustangs. Okay. Well, I'll be here. So yeah, it's not hard to find me. I think I have like the only black Camaro on there. I think I do. The black on black, the Batmobile. Yeah. Okay. Then we can talk about Turo. I would say the Camaros. Well, by the time, by next summer, I'm gonna have all my Mustangs repainted. But yeah, they're all gonna look pretty much new, a new paint job, pretty much. I just got a new one of my Mustangs. What am I saying new for? Because it's a new paint job. It looks like it was new. Like when I first got it, wasn't even new. But yeah, I just got it painted, and I'm so happy. I'm like, yes, it looks new. That feeling you get when you get a paint job. You're like, yes, and it was all messed up before, and now it looks new. It didn't cost that much either. Let's see. Is it hard to see out of the Camaro like interior visibility? I mean, there's definitely blind spots in that, but I mean, it's not. It's a convertible. I mean, it's a Camaro or it's a Mustang. I mean, it just has a long front hood. I mean, you can't really. I mean, just there's just things you're just not going to see. You just deal with it. All right there. Which car has been your best performer since you started Turo? That's a great question. That is something. Well, I can tell you it's not my Camaro. It costs. It's like my most expensive car, and people don't really book that. Other than the summer when it was crazy, but I want to say, let me see. It's gonna have to be like one of my sedans. It might could be my Acura if I had it booked for years, but I only recently put that on there because I was driving that car. I want to say probably. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say sedan. You know what? I am gonna say Mustang. I'm gonna say a Mustang, like my cheap. Because when I do my Mustangs, I have them in a range. I don't have all my Mustangs at one price, right? I always have them within like $20 or $30 of each other. And I think usually like my lower Mustangs, they get booked like pretty much almost every single day. And then, why don't I put them all like that? I like to see, why they book certain cars. This is just, I don't know. You could do this in pricing, but this is just what I do. I just like right now I have a Mustang for $50 all the way up to $85. So I have that range of like six Mustangs right there. I have 150, 160, and like 65, 70, 75, 80, and 85. And yeah, I just like to see the difference. People are booking. I put like my worst car as $50. Worst car. I mean like cosmetically worst car, or like my highest mileage car, right? I'm always curious. Why did they get it? And yeah, that's why I do that. And yeah, and I gotta say, my best performer is usually that cheapest Mustang that I have right now. It's my yellow Mustang. That car rents out all the time, and even right now, I was just looking at my numbers for this month. I have my yellow Mustang. It's like my best performing car out of all of my cars. My yellow Mustang, the best performing. Yeah, I know. So yeah. So yeah, there's information too. If this market did not go back, which would be crazy if it didn't, I would have to put all of my Mustangs between 50 and like $60, which is crazy. But I see that if I did it right now, okay, yes, more cars would go out, but I can deal with waiting until it goes back up. I don't need to be working super hard for like a third of what I was making. No, I don't want to do all that. It's not worth it to me. But yeah. So that's a little bit more than what you said, and I went into pricing, how I price some of my cars. So yeah. Hopefully that answered that. But yeah, pricing is another thing, you got to get down. I don't know how you price your cars, Danny, or anybody who has cars on Turo. Or do you just use automatic pricing? Not necessarily a fan of automatic pricing, but if you got to use it, you got to use it. Let's see what we got. I think people are going out on Friday night. I think that's why we don't have that many people. What do y'all think? What? It's 10 o'clock in Atlanta, right? Godfather clock. Okay. But what I will say, people that are watching, if you're not in the Facebook group, I would say join the Facebook group. We talk about Turo all the time, and I go live from there, and you'll get these streams, on Facebook as well. Oh, thank you, Danny. Oh, thank you. You are literally the first person to ever do that. Thank you. I'm gonna have to put that there. Thank you. Hey, keep up the good work. Catch you on the next live. Hopefully, I helped you. I'll see you on the next live. Thank you again. Thank you. Are you allowed to charge more if there's a high increase of people in the city for? Okay, yes, you are. Yes, you are. They had maximum. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell you about the problem in Hawaii. Like in what is it? In May, they had a cap which was really, 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 really low. This is before all this craziness of all this rental car situation. Before all that, and the cap was like nothing, and the car should have been like three times that amount. So you couldn't even go that high. But then they raised that cap to like way high, so people can charge a lot more. And then yeah, everybody started charging more. And one side effect of that, which people shouldn't do, which I know I had to do a few times because I'm running a business and I had to do it. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. And other people did it. I didn't. I tried to keep it to a minimum, but I had to do it. It would cost me thousands of dollars. Some people who booked way in advance for like a third of the price, some people canceled. Like hosts canceled to get higher bookings. I mean, this is some stuff that Turo doesn't like, and obviously it's a bad thing. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Like for instance, I had this one booking which I kept. This was my longest booking ever. I had a 30-day booking for my Camaro. I never get bookings long for my Camaros, but this person was here for a month, and I only got 50. This is my cut. I only got $58 a day. Crazy. When the car came back, that same Camaro was renting for $150 a day. Yeah. So I only made like what $1,400 to $1,500 one month. Then I made over $3,000 the next month. You see the difference? And this is just one car. And that was the problem in the summertime in Hawaii, because they had to raise that cap. And I'm pretty sure other places too, they had to raise the cap a lot. But yeah, I think every car, like any car you try to put on there, there's going to be a max. And they get the max from whatever they get it from. There is a max for everything. Has a renter ever had a car impounded? And if so, how does that process work? Not impounded, but I had it towed before. No. But the way the impound go, you would I know, well, just being told, at least in Hawaii, well, I have to believe anywhere, you would just the renter would just show them the rental agreement and they'll get the car. But impound it, yeah, that might be a little different. And the driver got arrested, yeah, I don't know how that works, but I'm assuming you might have to show up. I've read some stuff that I think you just showed up and got your car. But what if it was like states away, stuff like that? That is, maybe they will allow it to be towed out. But you know what? I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not even going to. Yeah, whatever I'm saying, just take that with a grain of salt. That's never happened to me. I'm in Hawaii, so a state away, it's not even possible. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I was saying if YouTube was promoting this video, promoting this live stream, I don't see they're promoting it as much. But yeah. But hopefully everybody has gotten good information. Whoever's watching. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe this stream will end earlier than my other ones. I don't know. But maybe let's see. Okay. Oh, for the cloud. Do you reinvest most of your profits, or how does that work? Well, I don't. I don't necessarily I could reinvest. I don't necessarily reinvest the profits. I mean, I do try and get some more cars. I mean, when it was really busy in the summertime, yeah, I was definitely using a lot of the money to get more cars because I added a lot. during the summer, like at least 4 or 5 cars. One car I bought, I think 3 or 4 cars were all cash. So that Nissan Versa was like the most expensive car cash I bought, and that was 21,000 for that car. Just a base Nissan Versa. Everything else was much cheaper, but yeah, I mean, but reinvesting that's the only way. Only thing I've done. Yeah. Over the next 6 months, if it goes back to that, yeah, I'm reinvest. Well, I'm gonna get some cars. I want to use some of the money to get those cars that I said earlier. That the Kia, which the 100,000 mile warranty, I do like, right? And then I want to diversify, and I want like a kind of like a crossover, like like a big sedan slash a big sedan, but not like an SUV. So I don't know why, but I want to try that Buick out. I've never had a Buick before, but I want that Buick. I cannot remember is it on? No, it's not an Enclave. I can't remember what it's called, but that Buick is what I want. It's like $25,000, and yeah, and it has OnStar service. So OnStar, the GPS remote locking unlock. So I want that. Let's see what you're saying. I think if you made an Instagram, you grow your audience. You think so? I mean, what's the difference between Instagram and Facebook? I don't understand. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, I use Facebook like every single day, and I have a Facebook group. I actually do have an Instagram, but I don't use it. So I've never been an Instagram person. What's so good about Instagram that Facebook does not have? Instagram makes it easier to brand. Instagram makes it easier to brand and promote. How does it make it easier? I mean, what is it? Well, like when people follow you on Instagram, they'll instantly get your posts. Is that what you're talking about? Because like how YouTube works, which is not like that. You make a video, it doesn't go to all your subscribers at all. It goes to like a really small percentage. That's why I went Facebook. If everybody would join my Facebook group, they would get everything. Are you saying if I made an Instagram, you think more people would go to the Instagram than the group? Yeah, it does. So you think if I create an Instagram, more people will go to Instagram? Yeah, Facebook. Yeah. Are you talking about Facebook does that? You say Instagram does it as well? And you think more people will join my Instagram than like a Facebook? I think so. Huh. Well, maybe I will. I mean, I am trying to get people off of YouTube because YouTube doesn't really. I don't know. I don't know if you know a lot about YouTube, but YouTube does not really push your content to your subscribers. It's very. You think so? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, maybe I will then. I mean, maybe I will look that up and just make another Instagram and see how that goes and promote it on here. And yeah, because I actually do not like the way YouTube does their stuff. I really don't like it. That is true. I don't know if you have I don't know if you ever know anybody who does YouTube, but even like the biggest subscribers, like they have 1 million subscribers. When they make a video, the video does not go to 1 million subscribers. It might go to like 10,000, 20,000, 30. I mean, that's pretty much how. Oh, maybe I will. I was thinking Facebook was enough. I was thinking that the Facebook group, eventually it will grow. People will join. People join every day, and it will get to the levels eventually. But maybe I will do try out Instagram as well and talk about that too. Give me more options. You're right. Give me more options instead of just Facebook. Instagram. What are you gonna say? Twitter next? I don't mess with Twitter either. What are you gonna say? Twitter? Yeah. Let me see. Are you gonna say is Twitter is another thing I should do? Oh, Instagram. Oh, okay, okay. Well, like I said, maybe I will. I'll do the Instagram and see what happens. Maybe 6 months from now, we'll see. Maybe I have 10,000 subscribers. I do this and there'll be like 100 people in here. You know. Hi, new guys. Yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, let me know where you're from and how many cars you got. We're just talking about Turo. But I will think about that. That's start a new Instagram. Check that out. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, new guys. Yeah. If you have any questions about Turo, yeah, just let me know in the comments. Comments in the live chat, not comments. And if you can say where you're from and when you start doing Turo. Okay. Well, we are an hour and 22 minutes in. I might be ending this stream early. I don't. That might have to happen. Oh, yeah. Let's see this. Anybody have any more questions? Okay. So Godfather Cloud. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm gonna do my end stuff, and I think that might be it. But yeah, guys, if you like this stream, I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow, maybe about the same time. I'll put it up very soon, and you'll get it to your notification. But thank you for watching, and if you haven't watched my newest video, I mean, watch that video. It's gonna help you out in your business. My Turo insurance. If you're trying to go commercial, I dig deep in that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and stay tuned to the next time.